and gentlemen, our first pro fight of the evening is brought to you by Sport Clips, where it's good to be a guy. Gets up at all the way sporting events at Sport Clips. This fight is a professional fight sanctioned by the Iowa Athletic Commissioners. We would like to thank them for joining us this evening. And now, ladies and gentlemen, in the blue corner, from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, representing Nomad Muay Thai, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing at 170 pounds, Demian Papagni. And in the blue trunks, in the red corner, standing 6 feet tall, weighing 170 pounds, from Lancaster, Wisconsin, representing the Hartline Warriors, David Hartline.
This fight was originally supposed to be David versus David. David Hartline versus David Severe, but Severe, unfortunately, a injury, I believe a broken leg.
And I think Ryan Trong was in before Severe, I believe.
Yeah, early on, I believe you're correct there. And then, like I said, once it was kind of done deal, it was David versus David. And Damian stepped in, though, fairly last minute, about a week or so, and we thank him for that.
Yeah, Damian just likes to fight, so...
Demian Papagni in the tight white shorts.
He's got a real extensive boxing background and has done quite a bit of Muay Thai the last few years. He's one of those guys, he hits you and you don't want to fight anymore. And some of his losses, it just seems like he kind of goes into autopilot sometimes, and guys catch up, creep up on him a little bit, which kind of makes for a bad matchup with a guy like Hartline, who just keeps fighting and fighting. We've seen him, he stays in there until the end. So.
Well, and Hartline's got a striking background also, as you saw him just kind of shake off a kick to the head there. But he actually is 5 years in Taekwondo. He's going to be going for his black belt here in December. So it's striking, but it's kind of a clash of styles, Muay Thai versus Taekwondo.
Papagni kind of clinched up, and now he has his back against the cage. There's a nice knee from Hartline. Hartline threw in a couple knees. Papagni backs away, back out to the middle of the cage.
Yeah, Damian's one of those guys, he just likes to train, he likes to be in the gym. He's an excellent boxing coach, and he's worked with a lot of fighters.
Well, he's got some thick quads, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he's just shredded all the time. And one thing interesting note about both these guys, they fought at 55, and they're probably natural like 160 pounders if there was a weight class there, and they're both fighting at 170 now for this fight. So it's one of those things where they're both pretty much the same size of fighter. Just Damian's just shredded all the time.
Everything Damian does revolves around fighting too. Coaching every card. If he's not fighting, I see him up here with his teammates. I know he's willing. He's willing to be a ref for us. He's willing to judge. He's willing to be. As long as it's the fight game, he's a part of it.
Yeah, he's refereed a few of my shows, and I tell you, he's an excellent referee.
Oh, Hartline now down with his back on the canvas, but he'll get right back up. Papagni.
Some of his Muay Thai there, he sees that check get a little too high, and you sweep the back leg there.
Nice body kick there, caught by Hartline.
Ooh, Hartline's bleeding in the nose area. Yeah, Hartline shaking it, has a little bit of blood, and I think that's what he was just doing with the head shake there. Looks like it's running down the left side of his face. Excuse me, the right side of his face.
Anytime you're bleeding from the nose, that makes it so difficult to breathe.
Just a strong kick. Hartline. Ooh,
nice
what
shot.
a shot. Blood's starting to come now from Hartline. So Papagni's certainly doing some damage here early in this first round. About midway through the first round, actually.
Yeah, Damian's one of those guys, he really looks the part of a fighter. But just talk to the guy, he's just one of the nicest people you'll ever run into,
Stoppage here to check out the blood situation with Hartline.
Yeah, you touched on it. He's such a nice guy. And, with me having some younger children that love fighting, I like guys like him because I can bring my kids up to him at weigh-ins or after the fights, and he'll talk to the kids, he'll talk to all the fans, and actually they're great role models. I mean, what they're doing in their rough and tumble sport, but these guys are great. They're great ambassadors for it. They get down to the kids' level, and I like watching all these guys do that.
Looks like the cut on Hartline's nose is high on the nose and almost eye level on his right side.
I think he's actually bleeding from inside the nose as well. But yeah, there's a good cut on his, like you said, the right side of his nose.
So clean him off a little bit. He's still going to continue to bleed here. It's quite clear the blood's not stopping anytime soon. We're ready. It's Friday the 13th. We need to see some blood, right?
Yeah, and maybe a little urgency now. The ref already stopped it once to check a cut, so you want to get after it here.
Now Papagni on top as they go down to the mat here.
Oh, that blood's really pouring now.
Lots of blood. Oh, man. Yeah, Hartline is bleeding profusely now.
It's got the crowd's attention now.
Yep.
Yeah, I've rolled with Demian a couple times, and I tell you, he's got maybe the strongest grip I've ever felt of, somebody that size.
Well, I tell you
he
what.
Just grabs something, and you're just not getting it back.
The amount of blood that's being let, that's going to make things awfully messy and slippery out there.
Yeah, you can tell they're already having a hard time getting their knees and their feet underneath them there.
Well, you give Hartline credit. He's still staying around.
He's never backed down from a fight, so he's a gamer.
Boy, it looks like he just got dropped on his head there, too, from Papagni. Papagni raining down some shots here.
I know we covered it the last card, but how about this new cage that Pinnacle Combat has? The fighters, again.
Yep, a lot more room.
The guys that were, talking, first time in there this card, they're loving it. A lot more room.
Yeah, this thing's enormous.
Round one just about done, and it is. So, certainly Papagni doing the majority of the damage in round one. You can see it visibly. Oh, look at that.
Just a cloud of blood there.
We can only hope maybe the photographer got a picture of that.
Did you see that?
I did.
I mean, that was pretty cool. That's a fighter right there. Just blowing his nose, blood flying out.
They spit blood. I thought I was at a Kiss concert.
Nick, correct me if I'm wrong. If a fighter has a broken nose, the last thing they want to do is actually blow that nose, correct?
Yeah, I think so. I think you wanted to try to coagulate in there.
Yeah, I've seen guys do it, and that eye swells up fast.
And the cleanup crew, they're going to need more towels, I think.
They're going to need more help.
They had it easy so far tonight.
Certainly have. So we're going to get set for round number 2 here in a moment.
Hartline's in danger of being stopped over, this.
He's cleaning his eyes out.
He's going to have to come and bring it, and it'll be interesting to see what comes of it, because he's definitely got great stand-up, and he's been known to come from behind. So
yeah, depending on how much blood he loses, you're right. I mean, at a certain point, they are going to stop it, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's like the fighters just embraced here.
Doctor may have called it here, it looks like. I'll tell you, they got this cut stopped already, but there goes Mitch. Looks like this fight's been called.
Yeah.
I don't know that Coach Brian Wellington might have called the fight for Hartline.
All right, let's send it down to our ringside announcer, Mitch Scott, with the announcement here.
Ladies and gentlemen, this professional fight is brought to you by Sport Clips Haircuts, where it's good to be a guy. Catch up on all the latest sporting events while getting your neck rubbed and your haircut at Sport Clips. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the winner from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Demian Papagni by ref stoppage.